Welcome back, America. We're here with our friend Katie Pavlich, who really is brilliant, and we love having her on the program. She's the head muckety-muck over there at Town Hall, which is a great site. Katie Pavlich, there was a piece in the New York Post, Zohran Mamdani, most popular with foreign-born New Yorkers, but Cuomo favorite with homegrown voters. Isn't this what the Democrat Party is all about? Changing the citizenry, among other things, and they use, exploit, and abuse immigrants and illegal immigrants to get what they want. And so now you've got this guy who I argue is a Marxist Islamist. He's a Jew hater. He's an American hater. He's got all the connections to all the really wrong people, vile people. And he's got a huge support base, 62% of foreign-born vote, according to the New York Post. What do you make of that?
Well, first, Mark, thank you as always for having me on your program. It's great to see you. Well, there's two things here. There's, of course, the illegal immigration aspect of this, which we saw in full play under the Biden administration, pushing 20 million plus illegal aliens into the country in hopes they would be able to stay forever, and that some time down the road, Congress would get together with some kind of amnesty package to turn them into citizens and eventually voters for the Democrat Party. But when it comes to what's happening in New York with the foreign-born support for Zohran Mamdani, you'll have to keep in mind that, look, we have illegal immigration in this country, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's good immigration. We accept applicants from all over the world, which typically has been a good thing for America. But when we accept people from places that hate our values, who are coming here to work against the country, Mahmoud Khalil is a good example of this, the Syrian national who came to America, tried to get his citizenship, and then has now been deported after riling up pro-Hamas rallies at Columbia University and starting riots, including allegedly holding hostage janitors at that university during those campus riots. And so just because someone's coming here as a legal immigrant doesn't necessarily mean that they are willing to accept our way of life, that they're interested in the foundational principles of America, or that they're interested in assimilation. So that's certainly a question that Americans have to grapple with about what does it actually mean to come here to become an American, rather than supporting someone who believes in communism, who won't denounce jihad, who has been palling around recently with an unindicted co-conspirator of the 9/11 attacks, someone who, until he had to walk it back in a debate, refused to say Hamas should disarm. This is someone whose ideology is antithetical to the ideology and the founding principles of our country. And we're starting to see that playing out in New York in terms of the voters who the native-born are supporting Cuomo and the non-native-born are supporting Zohran Mamdani.
I mean, that's very well put. I mean, we see what's going on in Europe. It is horrendous what's going on in Britain, what's going on in France and other parts of Europe. I've made the point here many times, we're only 3, 4, 5 years behind them. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, we'd be right there, too, right now. And so there's no assimilation taking place in this country, not in our public schools, quite the opposite. 1619 Project, CRT, the preaching by the radical left-wing unions against our country, our faculty. I mean, his father is a faculty member at Columbia where he's preaching terrorism. His mother is a recipient of funds from Qatar where she's putting out propaganda films. So when we come back, you make the point that Americans need to really start focusing on this. What about the Democrat Party? They seem very focused on this. They're all for it. They are supporting it. They are promoting it. Can a political party love the country as an institution when it is supporting and promoting this sort of thing? We'll be right back.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.